Joe Giglio for NJ Sports Now on this Friday, April the 3rd. Major League Baseball starts on Sunday night with the Cubs and the Cardinals. Monday will be opening day for everyone, and by the third game of the season, the Mets will throw out their best pitcher in Matt Harvey. I've already said that I believe Matt Harvey should have been on the mound for opening day. The Mets should not be holding him back the way they are. But a new controversy, a new story around Matt Harvey and the Mets surfaced this morning. Last night in New York, they had the screening for the E60 coming out about Matt Harvey. Will be shown on ESPN on Saturday evening. The Dark Knight rises, and Matt Harvey's return from Tommy John surgery, one of the best pitchers of baseball, and he has shown that in spring training, walking just one batter in 22 innings, a 21-1 strikeout to walk ratio. Harvey has been tremendous here for the Mets in spring training, looking like he is all ready to play and all ready to come fully back from Tommy John surgery. But in that E60 that's coming out on Saturday, Matt Harvey expressed some frustration with the Mets organization, frustration with how he's been portrayed in the media. Matt Harvey likes to go out and have a good time. Not a, I'm going to get drunk, I'm going to hang out till 6 a.m. type of good time. No drugs, no arrests, nothing like that. Matt Harvey just likes to go out with his friends and have a good time, likes to appear in high-profile places, likes to go to a Ranger game. And, people have been very critical about Harvey for these things, maybe saying he's not as dedicated as he should be to the New York Mets. Last year, end of the season, a big stir with the Mets playing a game against the Nationals down in Washington. Matt Harvey wasn't there. Instead, he was at Yankee Stadium watching a team he grew up loving, the New York Yankees, and a player he grew up admiring in Derek Jeter for his last game. Mets fans were upset. The Mets, seemingly internally, were upset there, and Harvey does not like this backlash. Harvey does not like being portrayed this way in the media and really stemming from the team that he plays for. And I thought Harvey was right to say what he said. I thought Harvey was very interesting the way he worded it. Quoted by Newsday is saying, I definitely see that side of it, being fans and people not understanding why he went to that Yankee game. But the other side of it is that I have bled in a Mets uniform. I've definitely sweated in a Mets uniform, and that's my life. Right now, that's who I play for. And that right now caught my attention. Because Matt Harvey here is property, I guess you could say, of the Mets for the next 4 years. He can't go anywhere unless he would demand a trade, which is not going to happen. He wants to be in New York. He wants to win for the Mets. We all understand that. He is a Met. He has bled for the Mets, and he's worked his butt off here to come back for the Mets and help them be a winning team in 2015. But that right now stuck to me because Matt Harvey, if he stays healthy, which of course is an if, coming off of Tommy John, is going to be one of the best pitchers of baseball this year, and you would assume over the next few years. And when he does hit free agency after the 2018 season, you don't know what's going to happen, and you don't know what the Mets could afford. You don't know how his relationship with the Mets is going to be. But to me, as I read this situation, as I listen to Matt Harvey say that, it does not make any sense for the Mets to take on Harvey in the media. I believe every time they do that, they push him closer to the door one day. Every time there's one of those stories that comes out where someone in the Mets organization or there's displeasure or it gets leaked to the media, it doesn't help the Mets. This is their franchise now. David Wright was their franchise. He's still there. He's still the captain. But the guy that will lead the Mets out of the dark ages, consequently the Dark Knight as they call him, is Matt Harvey. They need him, and they need him to become the face of the New York Mets moving forward here. And making him upset doesn't help anything. And the fact that he might even have an inkling of thinking, I might leave one day, doesn't help. If the Mets are smart here, if they want to coddle Harvey on the mound, they want to make sure he doesn't get hurt, that's fine. But let him be off the field. This isn't Darryl Strawberry. This isn't Dwight Gooden. This isn't a guy that's going to throw away his career because of off-the-field issues. Let him be off the field. Let him be the person, the icon, the symbol he wants to be in New York City, because when he's on the mound, he absolutely dominates. It doesn't make sense for the Mets to take on Matt Harvey, because if they do, they might push him away one day. I'm Joe Giglio for NJ Sports.